This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life.
Hello everybody, this is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show, and I get more and more people contacting me to do consultations about their health situation that they're in. And I pretty much interview people before I suggest what to do. And basically some of the things I ask people is, their medical history of the past, what they've been dealing with, have they ever been diagnosed with a disease by a doctor? Have they ever self-diagnosed themselves with something? In both cases, how did they treat it? Are they currently taking any medications? And then I might get into nutrition. What's their diet like? What supplements might you be taking? And so I'll ask them all these questions to get as much information about them as possible. And it goes beyond just the food they're eating. And it goes beyond just even their exercise program. There's more to health than these typical things. I mean, from a physical standpoint, yes, I ask them their height and weight, but I always ask them, what is the size of your waist? Because if your stomach is bloated, something is going on in your body that is not good. So no matter how great you feel, no matter how much exercise you're getting, if your stomach is distended and bloated, something is not working the way it should. Whether it's your diet or the absorption of the food or something, maybe the food combining. And so these are common questions I might ask them. Another question I often ask people is, what do you do for a living? Yes, part of that is, what time do you get up in the morning? What time do you go to sleep at night? And then what are you filling your day with? What do you do for a living? And then they tell me what they do for a living, and I ask them this question: do you love what you do? Do you love getting up every day and doing what you do, or at least most of the day during the weeks and so on, during the week? And if they answer no, and not only do sometimes they answer no, sometimes they answer I hate it. And then say, but I don't have a choice. Folks, I don't care how good you eat. I don't care how much you exercise. I don't care if your stomach is flat. If you get up every single day and do something that you hate, it is impossible. Underline and highlight that. Impossible to be healthy. Doing something you hate every single day. So there's so much more to health than all of these particular things. And now we're finding out through studies that there's even more to it. There's something called epigenetics that's out now, and it's a science of we used to think that our DNA was passed down and that was it. There was nothing else affecting it. It's just DNA, DNA, DNA. But epigenetics talks about not only what our parents did from the gene standpoint, but also from the outside standpoint, from the way they acted, from the way they treated us, from situations that happened. These things affect us, not only emotionally, but nutritionally. They affect us from a standpoint of disease. There's ways to break these things or overcome these things, but you have to identify these things. And so that's why I do this health interview when I consult with people and ask them all these questions. More questions than I'm asking them all these questions, and I'm actually telling them what to do, because they're giving me the answers to the problems as they start telling me these things, and you could identify these things. So why am I making this video, and why am I talking about this? And the answer is, many people out there are dealing with some sort of disease, illness, or they're not feeling great, and they're wondering what they can do to get better. And you need to interview yourself. You need to ask yourself these questions. How do I feel when I get up in the morning? How many hours of sleep did I get tonight, last night, this week, this month, on the average? Do I love what I do every single day? And do I exercise? When's the last time I exercised? And how was my diet? Did I mess up? Do I enjoy messing up? Do I hate messing up? Did I have any pains? Was there a connection? Am I writing everything I'm eating down? And was there a connection with something I ate and the pain I got? My stomach, whether it's distended or not. Do I have gas on a regular basis? How much gas do I have? Which is a great sign of your body screaming at you that something is going wrong. There's so many signs to tell us these things. And then beyond all of that, am I getting my blood work checked at least once a year to make sure I'm okay? Even if I feel great and everything seems great. How much water am I drinking? Am I drinking too much or too little? Am I getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom? Did I drink too late at night or too much water at night? Am I dehydrated? Am I not drinking enough, or am I eating too much cooked food or dehydrated food? There's so many great questions you could ask yourself on a regular basis. But if you really want to know health-wise what you're doing, interview yourself. And you might not even know about health. You might not even know what is healthy and what's not, because most of the people I interview, they don't know. Most of the people that I consult with or talk to, they think they're doing something healthy. That's really not. But that's not the point. The point is to interview yourself, have these questions down, and once you have those answers, when you understand health and find out about health, you will know the situation you are in. You will know what you need to do to get well again. You don't need to consult with me or somebody else. You will have the answer. So if you've realized that you are dehydrated because you just do not get enough water, or you're not absorbing it, or you cook too much food, whatever the reason is, and then you find out you have some symptoms, and then you're reading a book that says these are the symptoms of dehydration. Prior to that, you might not have known what dehydration was. But now you know, look, I'm drinking 1 glass of water a day, where this book says I need to be drinking 8 glasses of water a day, and this book says that if I don't, these are going to be the symptoms, and these are the symptoms I'm experiencing. Bam, there's a good chance I have dehydration. And then you can look at deficiencies. Look, if I'm looking at a chart of vitamins and deficiencies, and it says a common sign of deficiency of this vitamin is this, and if I'm suffering from that, I'm going to get my blood tested in that. And if I get my blood tested in that, that's one way to confirm it. Another way to confirm it is if it says if I figure out on my own that I'm deficient in something, I'll eat more foods with that particular vitamin in it. And will my problem be taken care of? Does it go away? If it was, bam, that's most likely what it was. If not, well, I got to keep experimenting. Use your own body as your own experiment, folks, is what I'm saying. And consistently, don't ever think you've made it, you've arrived, and you're where you need to be, and there's nothing bad or wrong with you or anything like that. Consistently be motivated to use your body as a great example. And if you feel great, try to feel even better. And if you feel worse, you need to feel better. You need to do something about that. You need to change. And if you keep doing the same thing and expect a different result, that is the definition of insanity. And you don't want to be insane, whether it's from you repeating your steps or from you eating food that's making you insane, or taking a drug or a vaccine that's making you crazy. That's what the doctors want to do. They want to get you sick and then charge you more money to keep you sicker, not getting you healthy. They're the only ones that are getting wealthy. You need to make a change for the better. You need to start following some good advice, and it starts with going back to what our Creator said. Fruits and vegetables in Genesis 1:29 are the ideal foods for the body. And if we eat fruits and vegetables, and we sleep when we're supposed to sleep, and eat when we're supposed to eat, and live how we're supposed to live, He says, know the plans I have for you, they are for good and not disaster, to give you a future and give you a hope. So that's what we need, folks. We need a hope. We have to stop eating animals and start eating fruits and vegetables. Stop eating processed food and start eating fresh food. Raw, ripe, fresh, and organic is the way to go. I just want you to know. Okay, folks, really, when I do a consult with people, I don't rhyme. But we need to know, folks. We need to get this right. We need to get this right. So, what can I say? There's so many different foods out there that we haven't tasted before. Fruits and vegetables, so many varieties. Go out there and taste them. I got a channel on YouTube that's about tasting different foods. I'm actually seeing different foods and different fruits on trees. I never saw a fruit growing on a tree until I was 20 years old. Now I see them every day. And most people, I know people, I have friends who are my age, in their 40s. They never tasted a mango. Not that they tasted it, they don't like it, they've never tasted it. Can you imagine how limiting this is being to people? Somebody once said, if you have a book, and you never travel, or you never experiment, or you never change things up or look at things, it's like having a book and never turning the page. And our life is one big book. We got to turn the page. Our nutrition, our health is just one big, encyclopedia-filled book. But if we keep doing the same thing, especially if we're not getting the results we desire, nothing's going to change, folks. So check out the other videos on my website if you're new to the Raw Life Health Show. Try being a member. For $1, you can be a member for 3 days on my website, rawlifehealthshow.com. I got recipes and just everything on there. Check that out. All right. And if you guys want to consult, contact me. We can make that happen. Until then, everybody, I just really pray that if anyone out there is dealing with a sickness or an illness, that you realize and understand the doctors are a wonderful last resort. And if you do the things before that, most likely you won't need to go there. But if you do, they're there. They're not going anywhere. So don't listen to your doctor when he tells you you have no more time. You got to do something now. Make a change and see what happens. All right? Put your comment or question below the video. Until then, have a great day and a great real life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.